Good evening and welcome to Business News right here on TV Africa. My name is Christopher Aticho. We live on Go TV channel 175 and we also stream live for you also at TV Africa Newsroom on Facebook. Now let's settle for the details. And the Ghana Statistical Service has ranked the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority (GRA) as the third corrupt and bribe-taking institution after the Ghana Police Service and the Ghana Immigration Service, respectively. The government statistician, Professor Samuel Kobna Enim, says within the year 2021, a total of some 5 billion Ghana cedis was paid as bribe to various institutions. And he also expressed worry at which the youth are gradually becoming key players in the corruption act. We'll definitely be speaking to an economist and a financial analyst, but then before him, here is Professor Samuel Kobna Enim.
These are the public education issues that we need to focus on so that we put these into its right context. We look at this again from the perspective of how it works. It is predominantly cash-based with a very negligible percentage, about 15.2%, coming in other forms as in food and drinks, exchange for other services, valuables, and animals. So the incidence of bribery is predominantly through cash payments. Then the highlights. A total of roughly 5 billion Ghanaian cedis was estimated out of the 17.4 that I talked about as the value of bribes that occurred in 2021. The take-home message here is that it is more prevalent among the relatively younger adult population when you find about 30% for the age group between 25 and 34 years relative to only 17.6% for those 65 and above. Again, from a policy point of view, we may be seeing some progress in terms of its reduction over time, but once you see this occurring among a relatively young adult group, then we need to be concerned, because this is a group that if we don't curb it moving forward, we're going to see the rate inching.
And so if we do not curb it, we are going to see the rates gradually increasing. These are the very last words of the government statistician. Good evening, Patrick Ba Abankwa.
Good evening, sir.
Right, thank you very much for your time with us. Now, you have clearly heard the government statistician speak and again to the data brought up about various institutions engaged in some corrupt and bribery-taking activities. My particular concern happens to do with the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority. Of course, this is an institution that mobilizes the nation's revenue. They places number 3. Is this a matter of concern as a nation to you?
For me, I think it's a matter of great concern, not just.
Hello, Patrick. Hello, Patrick. All right, so let's actually stay on business because we'll definitely be fixing the phone line. Okay, hello. I understand he's on the line. Hello, Patrick.
Yes, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you now. So, tell us, you were telling us how concerned you are as a Ghanaian first.
Yes, what I'm saying is that for a body that's supposed to mobilize revenue for the country to place third on the ranking of corruption, that is very, very damning and very, very worrying as a country, because over the years, for the last 2 or 3 years, after the COVID and all this coming out of the whole situation, what the country needed most for such a body to be able to mobilize a lot of revenue to meet the growing expenditure of the country. So if the body that's supposed to raise revenue to be able to satisfy the wages of public servants, infrastructure development that the country wants to embark on, places third when it comes to corruption in the country, what it means is that whatever revenue they are collecting and reporting over the years is something that is not the true reflection of the expected revenue that we actually make as a country. And if these are going into the pockets of a few individuals, then these are people who are putting the whole country at a risk. Because if the revenue targets that are set every year by the ministry are not met, because people are siphoning funds into the private pocket at the expense of the country, then these are people that we should begin to deal with iron fist. And for me, it's very worrying. And this is not a matter that should be swept under the carpet. There should be a proper investigation into such a report. And people who are found culpable should not be hidden. They should not be left just as a matter of the rest being sacked or so. There should be proper display of power against such people, because these are people who are not ready to make the country move forward. And I'm sure that if these revenues actually went into the right channel, maybe, just maybe, Ghana will not be at where we are now.
Right. So that clearly means that the confidence that the public should have with the Ghana Revenue Authority will definitely be something that will definitely be dwindling gradually. But what are the prudent measures that you think authorities or government, i.e. the president, should put in place to at least sanction players who actually contributed to this particular situation?
Okay, so for me, if you ask me, the first thing the government should do, i.e. the president should do, is one, set up a committee, not a many-man committee, just maybe a few committee of people who have integrity to settle and look into this matter and punish the people who are found culpable. That's one, and that should start the top. Two, I don't think we need new laws to regulate corruption in this country. What we need is the enforcement of the laws that we already have.
Right.
So if there are some lapses in the law concerning some of these issues that we keep hearing as a country, then they should begin to put in place measures to ensure that these laws are implemented. The third thing, which for me is very key, is that to solve some of this institutional corruption, the best way is to try and automate most of the processes so that it doesn't become man-made. The more we have man-made in the process of their work, their operation, that is where we breed corruption. So as a matter
on
of
that
fact,
particular note, on that particular note of automation, i.e. digitization, the vice president has been championing this particular move, and he says that we are on the right path. Do you think that it is producing results? Because 2021 is just a year, or it was just last year. Do you think that it has actually produced results? Yes or no?
I don't think for a digitization step like this in a country that we have a lot of people still not classified as illiterate, where you should expect immediate results with such a step. I think that there's more to be done, but I believe that with time, if we are all focusing and we are all supporting such a project, then the next 5 or 10 years, when all government institutions, all processes in the country are automated, are digitized, I believe that it will cut away most of the human factors which breed corruption. And for me, I think that we should support, and where there are criticism that we also bring out in the process, I believe that the government should also listen to some of these criticisms and take them to practice, not to see it as coming from the opposite or the other side.
Right.
And
Very well.
That it's a wrong decision.
Very well. Finally, before you take a leave of us, the GRA effective this July is the one implementing the e-levy. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that they can actually produce results? Just a scale.
Oh, I can say let's say 6 based on the report that was made public. Now it's made public, so I believe that going forward, they are going to be doing things with some kind of surveillance upon them, because the government will not just look on them to go.
All right. Thank you very much, Patrick Ba Abankwa, for sharing with us your insights on this particular release or survey by the Ghana Statistical Service. And this is where we